What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Stirfry. It's your boy, Chef T.
I'm with a Spacekid.
And our special guest today is Alan Carter.
What's happening?
What is up, my dude?
What's up?
How you been? I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, man. Working.
Working, staying home. That's about all you can do.
Man, that's all you can do during quarantine. So,
yeah. How's your music been? How's that coming along?
Pretty good. I just dropped a music video to my song Focus Up. It's doing some good views.
Okay.
Running some promotion right now for it. So, time will tell. So.
I love to see it. Still working and grind through this time. This is like the best time to probably grind, dude.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, you got nothing to do.
Right.
Just sit at home, make music, go to work, repeat.
Man. Hey, the work. Oh my God! No, we won't even talk about the job. But
that's what I'm talking about.
Hey, just know we working to be our own bosses.
Yeah, that's what's up. Mm-hmm. So you're a rapper and you box.
Yes, sir.
So how'd you get into music, making music?
I started rapping back in 2013.
Okay.
That started because a lot of my homies were rapping, and I originally wasn't trying to be a rapper or anything like that until my homie Denzel, he had asked me to be on a song with him, just for, shits and giggles and stuff like that. I'm like, all right, so I'll do it. So I did it, and the verse was trash. The song was trash, but it was just something fun to do with my homies and everything. I felt like music was just, it was just a way to, just be creative, you know what I'm saying? Pass the time.
Right.
I was dropping music. I've been dropping music since 2013, but from like 2013 to like about 2016, 2017, like I was dropping trash. Like it wasn't, I was still trying to find my sound.
Right. Still
trying to like picture the artist that I wanted to be and take the music in the direction that I wanted to. I was in a group with a couple of my homies and everything like that. That didn't work out. I really had to dig deep and find what I wanted as an artist. So it was either 2016 or 2017 is when I actually started to get good. Sometimes it's that simple stuff, like either staying on beat more or learning where the proper kicks are, or just getting the flow right, finding the right voice. So about 2016, that's when I started to get good. And, I was dropping a few tracks, better tracks here and there. 2018 was the year that I learned more about marketing and promotion.
Right.
And like how to put songs on streaming services.
Yeah.
I learned about royalties, getting paid off streams. I learned about networking with other people. So 2019 was when I started submitting music to streaming services. And, now we're here.
Yeah, so it seems like 2019 you kind of took it serious. You're like, okay, I finally worked these years, found my sound, found who I am. Yeah. And then 2019, 2020 is like, okay, now I'm going to push what I have. Yeah. I'm going to market it. I'm going to develop my brand further. I mean, that's smart because most people would be still stuck in the 2014, 2015 you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't... Because that's what happens. Like, people become complacent. They don't want to do the extra work to put in... To put into, like, actually become successful and create a brand for themselves. It's like, oh, I want to make music and just blow up overnight.
That's one thing I learned. It's two things. It's like you said, the brand. Yeah. The brand is very key. What you will find in today's music industry is that people don't really buy the music; they buy the brand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you got, for example, you could have Coke and Pepsi. And then you could have some off-brand type of drink. They taste the exact same, but because that's Coca-Cola and Pepsi, people is going to buy it. You know what I'm saying? They buy the brand. Yeah. So whatever popping, whatever popping, whatever people believe in, that's what they going to go to. So I had to learn that from my brand. And from my brand, I feel like I have this motto called HTP, meaning hustle through the pain.
Yeah.
Basically, it just means, no matter what you're going through, no matter what you're dealing with, you still got to put in the work.
Right.
You still it's still your mission in life to be successful. You still have to go out there and work and grind and hustle and be smart about it. You know what I'm saying? You can't just sit back and just let all the pressure that you're dealing with destroy you. You can't do that. So you gotta hustle through the pain, you know?
Yeah, that's a great motto. Mm-hmm. And it kind of encompasses a community behind your brand, which I think is good for people to have.
Right.
Because people can say they have a brand and that's themselves, but they don't have anything to back it up. Like, they make music, whatever. But, like, that's a meaning behind the brand.
Right.
Right? That's important. Like, hustle through the pain. That's relating to people that no matter what they're doing, you know, they need to keep fighting through to go to the next level, to keep getting better.
Right.
You know, because it does suck when you're at a certain level, especially when you're lower tier, or you're just starting out or whatever, and you got to hustle through that shit to get to the next level. But then that creates a community for your brand, for the people that follow you, to believe in the same thing. You know, and unlike just saying, "Oh, follow me, I'm a rapper," blah blah blah. Like, for instance, I have never stopped creating.
Right.
That's what I believe in.
Yeah.
I firmly believe that people, no matter what they do, whether you're a fireman or anything, like, you should find something to create. You know, you should bring things into the world, like bring ideas, bring thoughts. And that's similar to like your thing is like, let's hustle. Let's go through, let's grind it out.
Right. And so
people connect to that, you know?
Yeah, it's tough, but it's like, you know, you gonna have moments where you feel like giving up. You gonna go through a variety of emotions, but again, that's all a part of hustle through the pain. That's a part of life in general. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're gonna have ups and downs. You could probably have 9 years of downs, and that 10th year you get ups. So, you know, I feel like that's what I'm working toward. That give me that 1 year where I can go up for eternity.
So is the pain and the struggle like your main source of motivation, or is it something else?
It's not, you right. It's my main source of motivation. You know, I feel like I even rap like I got a chip on my shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like I'll even if I'm on a feature with somebody, I gotta outdo them. I always gotta outdo myself, and I just have to. I feel I have a lot to prove to people. Not even just music wise, but also just in life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wasn't blessed with, you know, I wasn't blessed with a lot of good things other people had. I wasn't blessed with a silver spoon in my mouth, if I want to call it that.
Right.
I've always had to work twice as hard. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just so I could, you know, beat the average person. You know what I'm saying? It's a process. You know, so. I just feel like, you know, I just feel like I was not put here on earth to just be mediocre. I feel like there's a lot for me to do in life. There's a lot for me to prove.
Yeah, and you could just go home and you could be mediocre, you know? But it's that drive inside, that need to feed the fire,
right?
And the need to get better. And to realize that you have what it takes to get better, you know? Mm-hmm. And that's grinding. That's hustling.
It's part of the process.
Right. That's literally the whole thing is people are always complain, why am I not this? Mm-hmm. Why am I not that? And some people do get put on this earth farther ahead of other people, you know?
Yeah, definitely head start.
Some people have hella head start. But no matter where you're at in life, there is a possibility to make change and to make progress, no matter what. And like that, and that's what you said. You're like, I can't just be mediocre, but I won't. You know, you could be that guy on the couch that goes to work, comes home, works, you know, and then gives up.
Because my thing is like, average is not okay with me. You know what I'm saying? Being just comfortable is not okay with me.
Right.
I would have stayed in college if I wanted to just live comfortable. I wanted more. I wanted to be my own boss. I wanted to have different streams of income.
Yeah. Facts.
So that way I can take care of my, you know, my family and stuff. Put all my homies on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I I want to be my own boss. I don't want to continue to work for somebody for the rest of my life. I will never understand how people do that. That is not like, I got a job right now where I got to work for somebody, and I don't even like doing that. I have never liked working for somebody. Like, I have to be in control at all times, in the driver's seat, because at the end of the day, it's my life. You know what I'm saying? When you go to sleep at night, when you behind closed doors, it's just you. It's just you. You got to live with you at the end of the day.
Yeah, you have to look in the mirror and be able to...
I mean, at the same time, a lot of people have a price, though. Like, some people it's $40,000, some people it's $80,000.
That's an excellent point.
Some people it's $200,000. So some people, but to some people, like, if they could stay in school 12 years, then get free, $200,000 is worth it.
Again, it depends on who you are.
Yeah,
it depends.
Definitely depends on who you are.
What you want to do. You know what I'm saying? For me, I'm into entrepreneurship.
Right.
You know, in school, I was a terrible student. I couldn't pass a class.
Like college or high school?
Both.
Oh, okay.
I was terrible. I
made it to college, though.
Yeah, I made it to college. I was terrible in elementary school.
They're like, this is not how you spell your name.
Right. I mean, school is sometimes discipline, but sometimes we all know, like, it's finesse. Especially college.
Yeah.
College
Finesse.
Yeah.
Bro, that's how
Man.
But still, I mean, those people that are getting all these degrees, becoming doctors and stuff, I mean, that takes a grind. You know,
that does.
That's still way, like, that's still...
But sometimes that could be their dream job.
Right. But, like, that is their dream. You know, that, like, that they go to school all those years, and they do put in the work. It's heavy workload.
Yeah.
Same with, like, lawyers.
Yeah.
Like, they do put in the heavy workload.
Yeah.
And, I mean, sometimes they open their own practice.
You can do that. And,
like, yeah.
And like I said, that depends on what you want to do. If you want to be a doctor, if that's something you're passionate about, you want to be a lawyer, you can do that. You can go to college for all those years. You can hustle through the pain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm saying for, like, the people that want to be, like, entrepreneurs, school might not be for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you, like, I'm into music and I'm into business, you know, regarding business, I'm into real estate. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm learning how to do stuff in real estate too, like wholesale real estate, you know? Yeah. Those are two things I'm passionate about. Like, I can't speak for everybody. I just know me.
Only thing that kind of, like, suck is you can be 18 and you basically can get, like, $20,000 loan, go to college, but
right, dude.
But they say, like, you know, it's a test and it's a system, and most likely these people make so much money after school. But I wish it was some way like creatives could be tested. Like, yo, I'm 18, I'm trying to get $20,000 for my rap career, and then I don't know, whoever the judges could be like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, I'll prove him.
That's a great idea.
But it's just. I mean, I don't know, somebody, Will Smith, somebody got to put it together. Will Smith, Steve Harvey, somebody.
That's a great idea because people, they throw money at kids, they give money to kids over $100,000. You know, a lot of people have over $100,000, and they just give it to them. Like,
yeah, it's like, okay, you got what I don't know what it is now, but like, let's say like it was like 17 on ACT. Boom, like you passed the test, like you studied, or some people really just. It's crazy because some of the students I remember, like in high school, they didn't do good on nothing else but the ACT. So that's also a whole nother thing. And then now, if we look at this year, the ACT is not even required for people to.
Wait, the ACT is not even required.
No, not this year.
Not that, or the GRE for your masters. You just get in. Well, if you got a good GPA, don't get me wrong. Might be giving people false information.
Well, because they can't really take the standardized test right now.
Because they want more. Because that's money, all money. Look, they need as many people as possible to fill up the college seats.
It's both, yeah. I mean, there should be a way.
But it should be some type of like creative test for the creatives.
Well, maybe there is actually. We just don't really know it because I know there's hella grants you can get. Maybe there is stuff that's not even like out there. Because I know if you make a documentary, for instance, you have an idea and you have a proposal and you submit it, you could be anybody. Yeah. And if they like your documentary proposal, they'll give you like a lot of like big grants that you don't have to pay back. You know what I'm saying? So there's probably not specific like, oh, give me money for my rap career, but there might be some sort of grants.
Yeah, and that's the other thing I was gonna go to. It is a lot of fields because I do write all around, but I know mainly like hip hop, it is not going.
Yeah.
Like people will give you $20,000 for a documentary
or a song, even like a singing, like
and then if it's a song, I do know like most likely it'd be a commercial song.
Yeah.
Like it ain't gonna be like really like I could see this making money. I could see the investment.
Absolutely, yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe even the record labels could more so do something like towards like they target high schoolers, but it be for like the wrong stuff. Like this high schooler is famous on YouTube for stealing their views. Their views are up. Now I want to sign this high schooler. Versus like, okay, these are genuine talents. I can hear it. Everybody can like, you know what I mean? Like that more like.
That's a good point.
It just doesn't happen.
Labels don't look for talent anymore. It's like that, but that's not.
Well, they want the look. They want the brand. They want.
Yeah, they want the brand.
What sells? Thieves, you know, like people that are going outlandish shit.
Yeah, they want like labels want you if you already popping. Like you could fake the amount of Instagram followers you got. And if a label sees, oh, he got 100K or 500K, they gonna sign you off that. Your music, you probably aren't even a rapper, but they're gonna sign you and be like, hey, be a rapper, like what they did with the Catch Me Outside girl. She wasn't even rapping at that time. They saw her Dr. Phil interview and put her on.
She went so viral.
Yeah. Like that's what I'm saying. Like this is the era.
She's a whole nother fucking.
Man, this is the era of clout. And it's like whoever can go viral first.
And it's sad. It's like that because what happens is me and Will talked about this the other day. Talent gets lost. So like it was about there was a time when it was strictly about talent. And I mean, you always had to have a look, but they ultimately like a lot of times cultivated that look when you became that superstar.
Like artist development.
Yeah. So like they'll develop your look and your style, but like it started with talent. Now it is. They want to buy in what's safe. What's safe? Clout and numbers are safe. Numbers don't lie. Therefore, like, oh, we're going to be a record label. We're going to sign this kid. He fucking sucks. I think he sucks, but people like him. And that makes people like people that haven't. So it's like a whole like
psychological.
Yeah, so it's like an avalanche, right? Yeah. It's like they see the numbers, so they get more numbers, and people are attracted to that, even labels, and like it just avalanches into like more and more numbers, right? While other people might be way more talented, but they're never going to get to that level because they just never had the right exposure or right opportunity to get their stuff out there. And it's sad.
Or if they don't ever get to it, it'll take them a while to get to it. You know what I'm saying? Like this is probably the easiest era and the hardest era to get popping at the same time.
Right.
It's like, again, if you got the right amount of numbers, you good. But if you just got the talent, people ain't really gonna look your way. It's like you kind of gotta kick in the door. You gotta force your way through the industry. You know. So I mean,
you do have to. I mean. It's organic networking too. Like I think that's more crucial now too. Like people hear your name, people know your name, and they follow you.
Right.
So it's weird because it sucks to see that it's numbers, but it's making people get more creative and like making it like it's still hard. So like in the film world, music video world, I see it. It's crazy that like all these people that have this clout. And they do these videos, and they probably make a lot of money, but they really have no concept of like actual filmmaking or how to do things. And like, but they get millions of views, as opposed to someone that I know of hella talented people. Their stuff looks beautiful, but they're not going to be getting paid the same amount.
They get overlooked.
Right, they get overlooked. But I mean, you got to look at the problem. The problem is they're not networking. They're not putting themselves in a place to get there, you know, because that's another thing is if you're talented, you have the talent, you know, but then now you can't just rely on getting found. You still have to push yourself and put yourself in positions, because it really doesn't all rely on social media. Like you can create a brand and it'll go to social media if you're like going to these concerts, networking. Like it'll naturally build, I think.
Yeah, that was the same thing. You basically said the same thing that Gillie the King told me. When when he put me on his mixtape.
Right. Okay.
He basically said what you said. You know, he told me I got the music, I got the talent, I got the sound. It's just that I gotta be linked with the right people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I gotta, like you said, build that network. You know what I'm saying? I gotta find the right people that can plug me in. You know, like for example, he said you could probably pay an artist to help mentor you and, you know, learn from them. So that way, when it's time for you to go out on your own, you already got the game. You already know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like, you know, we live in an age where a lot of information is accessible. So it's like you can learn how to market yourself properly. You can learn how to network. It's just, you know, just taking the time and putting in the work and, you know.
Right, yeah. Yeah. And for instance, I think it's a take and give. So I think maybe people go into situations thinking, what do I get out of this situation?
Yeah, that's natural.
And I think that, like, you know, everyone does that. But I think people need to realize that you have to give stuff too.
Yeah.
For instance, when I first met Will, I just started making music videos. I think I made 2 at that time. So I went up to him and I was like, I seen he like is in this music thing at BG and I don't know anybody in there. You know, I'm like, what up, man? I make videos, blah, blah, blah. I gave him my number. Okay. Then like a few weeks later, he hit me up and was like, I have this idea for a movie. And I was like, bet, let's make this movie. We met up and I was like, yeah, whatever. I knew that I was going to do this for free because I knew this would be a, you know, give-take situation. It's like, I do a favor and I know he'll repay me.
Right.
You know? And what happened was it wasn't even money, you know? It was like, I'll do this video. He introduced me to a whole nother market of people that need videos.
See?
And what happened is it expanded my network tenfold. I probably wouldn't be in the same position I would be today had I not done that movie for you. You know, had I not worked on creative things, you know, and networking with people.
Yeah, now look at y'all a team.
I want to say, like, that was, so it was really dope on, like, both ends. Like, I made sure, in the movie, it's, like, at 3,000 views just on, which page is that on?
Chef T on YouTube.
Yeah. So that's 3,000 views on your page, and then, like, I got a couple other, like, outlets, like 400, 200 here and there. Hey, but the thing is, I know that people don't watch 30-minute movie alone. So realistically, we could probably say, like you said, 9K or 10K, and that's just something, you know, we decided to come together and do. So that was definitely dope. And like he already said, he got to meet a lot more different people. So everybody had kind of like really benefited from that. I also want to go back and touch on the Gillie situation. So, you know, word around town, Gillie seen you at the rap battle in Philly. Is this true? I heard you was bodying everybody in Philly. You came down there. You came down there with just a suitcase. Like, anybody could get it.
Hey, low key, like, I may not be a big household name just yet, but I feel like I could outbar half the rappers in the game right now. Like, no cap. Like, dead ass. Like, seriously.
Yeah,
like,
y'all better watch out.
Like, like, no joke. Like,
so do you do rap battles? No.
I've actually never been in a rap battle before.
I was going to ask you, do you mean more like song? So it's the thing, even when you look at the industry, it's people that specialize in like diss track, like I'm going to drop the song at the perfect moment. And it's people that specialize in like live rap battle.
Yeah. I mean, you mean like battle rap? Like something like that?
Like, for example, I think who kind of, like, I would be confident in taking Montana 300 to a live rap battle, but I would be confident in Drake in somebody's career song wise. He's gonna drop it at the perfect moment, have the perfect meme with it.
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying.
And those are 2 different categories.
Yeah. Which one am I at? You asking?
Yeah.
Oof.
Or do you feel like you kind of got both figured out? Like you could figure out about a person, know what to do in the right place if it came down to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel I could do that. Honestly, like low key, I don't beef with people all like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, that's a lot of things. A lot of these rap beefs isn't about you being the main person causing chaos. It's just somebody caused chaos and you took it upon yourself to respond.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely do something like that. Like, I ain't gonna punk out or anything like that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I could outbar half the people in this industry. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of my favorite rappers are Kendrick Lamar, Eminem, Jay-Z, Wayne, and even Montana. It's like when you listen to all those type of guys, you gotta know how to, come with the heat. You gotta know what to come with. You know what I'm saying? My biggest rap influences was Wayne, Tupac, who's the third one? Big L, and many more.
See, I'm talking about like when Tupac dropped "Hit 'Em Up." It was perfectly placed from him dropping the song to the magazine cover. Like he had just took the picture with his girl, the magazine cover. Strategy. Like it was like everything was there, and then the beat, it just sound crazy. Like when you listen to "Hit 'Em Up," first thing, like everybody's hype.
Like I feel if that moment ever came, if somebody ever came to me with that type of energy, I would know what to do. You know what I'm saying? That would be no biggie.
Super.
You know what I'm saying? It's just, let's keep it on wax. You know what I'm saying?
So you're more lyrical, right? Yeah. You think that lyrics are super vital to. I mean, because if you look at the rap now, we went a little off of the lyrical rapper. I mean, there are still lyrical rappers.
I think. I mean, so you have to look at majority and longevity. So all the rappers that have longevity, I would debate that they had lyrics.
Facts.
Drake, Kendrick, Big Sean, Chance the Rapper, like these people sustainable careers. Like, Meek Mill. But if we look at majority, it does look like lyrics is not happening. But we're seeing people, hey, remember so and so in 2016, remember so and so in 2015, 17, and you're gonna need lyrics or you're gonna become so and so. Like, it's only but so long you can just finesse on a, like, I don't know.
Like a melodic, not even melodic, but like.
I'm glad that you brought that up because that brings me to another point. It's like, no matter how many times people complain about how bad the music is now, the guy at the top can still rap. You know what I'm saying?
It's just gonna always be like that.
Kendrick can still rap. Drake can still rap. Cole can still rap. It don't matter what the younger generation is doing. The dudes at the top can still rap. And as long as they can still rap, ain't nobody tripping off that.
Right, so let's take it back to connect that to the talent that we were talking about.
Yeah.
These people are talented people.
Right.
And they stay long term. These people that are picked by these labels and picked to be, these things off clout, they don't stay around for a while.
They don't.
And like the people that have the image and have the talent, it just seems to expand them even farther beyond reach. Like Drake's beyond reach to me.
Right.
I couldn't even imagine what Drake's day-to-day life looks like.
Expensive, luxury.
Hey, that man.
Right, his beds cost.
I want him to
like
adopt
10
me.
houses.
Like, adopt me right now, Drake. Like,
does he even take care of his own kid? Oh no, Drake! I didn't mean that.
Oh, word.
He's not coming on the Stirfry. They're gonna see this.
Now we gotta cancel the Drake interview.
Yeah. Damn.
Oh wow.
God.
Hey, future Drake. I'm sorry.
Well, it wasn't with Drake. It was with Party, but we still working on stuff.
Man.
Hey, we skimmed over it a little bit, but how does an artist in Cleveland, Ohio, no Philly rap battle, no music video in Philly, be able to network with Gillie the Kid and be able to end up on his mixtape? Like, he could have picked all Philly artists, but how does that even happen?
It's just about, like you said, networking and reaching out to people. I reached out to him. I sent him the link to my song, Focus Up. I didn't even think he was even going to like it or anything. I didn't even think he was going to respond to the DM.
Wait, so you just DM'd him randomly or no?
He had asked...
just rappers?
Yeah, rappers who's working right now, who got dope music. So I just sent him the track and that was it. I didn't really think anything of it.
That's awesome.
And I think about a day later or a day after, he sent... he responded back and said, yo, I fuck with this song. You know what I'm saying? You got the music, you got the sound, and I got this thing going on called the Who Got Next Mixtape, and I want to put you on it. When he sent me that, I was like, oh, word? Gillie, of all people? like, Gillie likes my music. Gillie thinks I can do this.
Yeah, that's
and I was
crazy.
I was like, yo, bad. You know, so we he gave me the contact info to his manager, Trill, and you know, we worked out the details. They told me what was happening, and I was like, bet, I'm all in. I won't let you down. And you know, he put me on his tape. You know?
I think that's
amazing.
Crazy in the aspect of like, so we gotta understand, like, Gillie, yeah, he said what he said, like he's looking for artists, but he has 1 million followers. Then we also gotta think about how many people just rap that's trying to get on. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if 200,000 of his followers rap. Like, I would not be surprised. And I'm not even talking about like good or bad. I'm just talking about like they got a link on SoundCloud. They like Gillie looking for people send. So whether it's his manager or it's him that's just listening to thousands of songs, they just, for them to hear your song like this song is fire. Bruh. We gotta Gillie, you gotta contact this. You gotta contact bro right here. That's crazy. I mean, that's literally crazy.
Yeah, that's amazing in the aspect of even taking that chance. Like you could have not responded. So like a lot of times I'll see stuff like that, or I'll see stuff like that, and I'm like, I'm never gonna like get picked for that, or I'm never gonna do something like that. Mm-hmm. But you like took that chance. Yeah, you know, you're like, why not? And it worked out. At 200, he could have had like, I'm guessing he did probably have thousands of.
Everybody raps, dude.
He did. Yeah. He told me.
Yeah. So the fact that maybe you just happened to be, you sent that DM at the right time when he looked at his phone. Mm-hmm. You know, say he had a bunch, he just didn't even bother looking at him yet. Yeah. He opened yours, just for instance. You know what I'm saying? Like, crazy. You took that chance. You took that risk. And you even opened a networking opportunity. Like, you know. Yeah, like. I don't know if you talked to him, like, if you ever. How close, like, you built a connection.
We like, got it's a door is open.
Right, that's what I meant. So it's like, if you have. Yeah. That's a good mentor to have, you know?
Yeah. And he just gave me some advice. He just let me know, like. You know, it's one thing when when you get these opportunities and they tell you, oh, you're not what we're looking for. Right. You don't have this, you don't have that. Because, you know, artists, especially upcoming artists, independent artists, you encounter situations like that. Yeah. This wasn't the case. He was like, you got the music, but all you need to do to get on, to get popping, is that you need to be around people who can put you in the right position. You need to be networking with the right people, not just any people, but the right people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Learn from the artists, you know, because you already got the product. Like, when he told me I had the music, when I had the product, it was just like, oh, wow, I can really do this. Yeah. I can really have a footing in this industry. You know what I'm saying? Because I got somebody in the industry backing me. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's just about... Again,
and that's the interesting thing about music, especially like for our generation. Sometimes like it's not gonna be your time. Like, you never know. Like, you might get a message from Gillie like, "Hey, can you stay in Philly for 2 weeks?" And it might be those right connecting pieces in Philly. And now you, the rapper that made it in Philly, but you didn't make it in Cleveland. Yeah. But now you national, so that's irrelevant.
Yeah, that happens too, you know? That happens too. It happened with artists like Lil Uzi. Uzi's from Philly, but he blew up in Atlanta. Yeah. You know?
It's, he's from Philly. Yeah. Damn, see, I would never guess.
Yeah, whole different sound, whole different vibe.
I couldn't even see him walking around the streets of Philly.
But that's the thing, though. A lot of these artists say, like, Uzi... I mean, granted, he's very short, but he's supposed to be like a tough guy. Like, that's what
I know, but like, dude, he's so small.
I mean, I know that time he put up on Rich the Kid. I saw the footage. Yeah, we all saw that. I saw the footage, man.
Yeah, boy, running.
Yeah. So I want to ask you, what do you think of the word? Explain the word risk. Mm-hmm. What do you think of the word risk?
Risk is you're going out on a limb. It's a 50-50 shot, you know what I'm saying? You can miss, it could go in. It's 50-50. You got to keep in mind that, you know, it's good that you're shooting your shot, but at the same time, do not put all your eggs in one basket. You want to take risks, but make sure it's the proper risk. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of
calculated.
Make sure it's calculated. Make sure you get a good return on investment. You know what I'm saying? Like, risk could be a risk could be anything. When you walk out your house every morning, that's a risk. You know what I'm saying? You don't know if you're gonna come back or not. But you got stuff to do. Yeah. So I would define a risk as like, you going out on a limb for something.
So like relate to music then.
For music,
what are some of the risks you take making music?
Criticism. Right. That's a risk. I risk criticism. I risk the song not doing what I expect it to do. I risk money because it requires money to go to the studio, buying beats, promoting it. I'm risking money. I'm risking time, which is probably the most important thing.
Yeah, thanks.
And then I'm risking... No, I'd say just those four.
Yeah.
Just those four.
I think what you just named is perfect, and I do not think that people that want to make music look at these risks and really value them. Yeah. And I think it's just they just jump in and they don't realize how serious this is. A lot of people don't even realize how serious this is. Like, my grandma can say, I can say I want to be a rapper. My grandma could say, oh, he just has bought a mic and a laptop, but they don't see how much work it actually requires behind the scenes. And I think that I mean, just all music in general, people think it's like, oh, they make one song, they get millions of dollars. Well, you're not thinking about how much time they're spending.
And the fifth risk is that you might not make it.
Yeah. Right. That's the biggest risk, right?
The biggest one.
And that's the one people cannot jump full foot into.
Yeah.
They aren't willing to risk what they have in order to create their dreams, and it's important to look at all those risks when you want to actually pursue music or when you want to pursue something creative, because like all those things require a lot of creative things. Making movies takes money, making movies takes risk. People don't like certain movies do bad.
Hey, and that's why I want to give a shout out to you for the movies you make and the videos you do, because bro, I tried editing one of my own music videos. I hated doing that. Oh my god, yo, I wanted to throw my equipment across the room. I have a newfound respect for you. All right,
appreciate it.
You and videographers, cinematographers, film directors, like
right. And then even people don't value that stuff. Yeah. And they don't see it for what the true value is.
It's tedious.
Yeah. Like, I can get hit up and someone could be like, how much you charge for videos? And I say my price and they're like, oh, I have a budget for $100. Like, but they're not seeing how much work and how much money and how much time I invest in this. Like, me we could shoot for 4 hours and that's all you're seeing. But then I'm going to go home and I'm going to edit for 2 days? Spend hours of my time doing it. For a couple $100, but like people don't see that, so therefore they don't value as much.
And you probably gonna go through like hella copies of the video before it's even finished. The final cut is ever finished.
Yeah,
it's like it's nerve wracking, and that's another thing about it too. When you creative and you passionate about what you're creating, it puts your mental health at a risk too.
Yeah,
because it's like you're putting a lot of stress on you. You got to meet deadlines. You got to get this done. You got to get that done. It's like, it can sometimes make you discouraged. It can make you question yourself. You're going to go through all types of emotions.
I know one of my problems is like, so the thing is like, I write all around, like people see the different things, skits, music, whatever. But the way like people will talk to me, like if they do see like reposts, like, oh, you should have did one on like so-and-so. But I don't think but a lot of the times it's not in the idea of you should have did so-and-so as like, oh, I got this good idea, bro. I feel like it's in the idea, and I can tell like different people's tones of voice. Like, oh, it's so easy for you to just write whatever you write. Like, yeah, you should have just did one that would have had more views because that person reposted it. And it's like, dude, I mean, likelihood of people reposting it is already crazy. Less alone just, I still have to write this stuff. Like whether it's a mental thing or just physically writing it. And I think people just don't understand that. Like anything you see, a commercial, even a music video. Like I know sometimes like you'll have to write out the video. Like this is how I want XYZ to go. If you have a movie, you know, if you might make a storyboard. You gotta write like your song, the chorus, verse. I feel like people don't understand the writing concept.
Yeah, and that could take a toll on you. You know, at being the creator, other people's input on you. But once you know and like really think about the four risks that you said, then I think you can have like self-value. Like once you value yourself, that shit doesn't matter anymore because you know it's like this is my worth. You know, like I'm like. Someone can criticize you about your music, but you can know that like, well, I'm going in and still gonna put in the work. Like you could take that, or sometimes it's just like bullshit criticism. You know, sometimes it's good criticism, but either way, it's like you know your value.
You know, that's true. You gotta know your value, and sometimes getting that positive reinforcement can help you.
Yeah,
like when you have a lot of people telling you good job, good job, good job, good job, it keeps you going, it keeps you motivated, let you know that you can do this.
Right.
To be honest with you, I have not had a single person in the past, well, like I said, 2016, 2017 is when I started getting good at rap. Since then, I haven't had a single person tell me my music was bad. And that's shocking because I got that a lot first starting out, but now I don't really hear it at all.
Right.
And it's like, wow, like I really came a long way even in that regard. You know what I'm saying? And y'all probably get that too. It's like everything you doing is good in people's eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and people love that. And
positive reinforcement.
And if someone has something negative to say, usually that person has no idea what the fuck they're talking about.
That's true.
But like someone has negative to say and they're of a certain stature, you might want to listen to that. You know, it's like if my old film professor said, "Hey, I really think you need to pay a little more attention to the lighting. I like the concept, but it was a little too dark." Blah blah blah. Okay, I see that.
Yeah.
That was a real constructive criticism.
Right.
But he's not gonna like. I think even people giving criticism, they're like, "Oh, you can't take criticism." No, maybe not be an asshole.
That's true.
There's a way to give good criticism.
Yeah, facts.
And people are. That's like my pet peeve is when people say you can't take criticism, but it's like, are you giving me really good? Are you giving me something that I can take and I'm not gonna like feel like shit about later?
Yeah.
You know.
Sometimes it's not about what you say; it's how you say it.
Yeah.
You know.
And that's what people need to pay more attention about. Like, no matter what you do in life, just like be more respectful to people.
Yeah.
I always love seeing people create and seeing people do things like,
especially with what we do.
Yeah. It's hard no matter what. It's already hard, you know. So just giving people a little bit of slack and giving them confidence they need, then I'm all for it. And I think that's why we create this show and why we have people on here, is to really talk about that. Get to know people that aren't on a certain level of, they're not booming numbers. It's interesting to learn everyone's story and how they perceive themselves and how they perceive what they do and they're passionate about.
And I appreciate y'all for giving me and people like me this type of platform, to speak on.
Yeah, because everyone has a chance to say what they want to say and be able to have a conversation and be open about it and be able to, you are talented. You have this talent. You know what I'm saying? Like it's there, and I see it in everybody that's came on the show. They have this spark inside them that I love to see because I feel that, and Will feels that, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely.
You know,
like everybody we kind of picked, I either already knew they had a story or it was just something like, I don't know, or I got to meet them and I felt like it was just an interesting vibe, like meeting them genuine people. I was like, let's really get to the bottom of what's going on.
Yeah. So, where do you what kind of is the end goal for Alan Carter?
The end goal. It's weird that I'm pausing because I already know what the end goal is. It's just I gotta think about.
Yeah. What's the dream life?
The dream life is to make music, do what I love, make a lot of money doing it, and also help and inspire people.
Okay.
Help inspire people. Be innovative. Bring a feeling back to the game that it really hasn't had in a while. Tell my story put my people on, you know what I'm saying? And keep it going. Like, yeah, just, I want to be somebody that I can be proud of. I want to be somebody that my family can be proud of. My friends, I want to be somebody that kids will be like, hey, I want to be just like you. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to show people that if I, with my bad luck, if I can get to the top, you can get to the top too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, I mean, I love to hear that. I love that you want to inspire people in a good way. Because I think, especially with all this media going on, kids are getting inspired by the wrong things.
True.
You know, and we need more people like, you know, Nipsey Hussle, who's going to give back. People that are just going to give back and reinforce that you don't have to be like the people you see all the time on Instagram flashing guns or doing whatever.
Right.
It's you can get to this point being genuine and authentic and working hard. Mm-hmm. It's not all about the flashy shit.
Right. No gimmicks or anything like that.
Yeah. And I think the world needs that. The world needs more of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really rock with Nipsey, Chance. I would say like Big Sean too. Like
he gets,
I don't know, Big Sean don't ever give me no, I don't know, drug dealer vibes or like Big. I ain't never heard a song Big Sean. If he say he gonna rob you, it's like in a metaphorical way. It ain't like.
Yeah, he's gonna like rob her love.
He just he just like himself. Like I like all three of them, just like themselves, man. Real genuine.
Yeah.
And speaking of Nipsey made me comfortable with dropping out of school because I didn't have the money. He made me get comfortable and realize that it's gonna be okay as long as I put in the work. Put in the work and be smart about it. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna take time, but anything worth having is worth working for. You know what I'm saying? He partially inspired Hustle Through the Pain. So when I saw what he was doing and what he was teaching in the music, I'm like, oh, he one of the GOATs. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just think school is so crazy because like, and I mean, granted, I might not know what I'm talking about, and I might still not know what I'm talking about, but I remember like in high school where I was like, man, ACT, this seemed like such a dumb formula. Like this stuff don't even matter. And granted, because like I definitely like I had like good grades in high school. Then even like the college, the whole like to go to that next level. I'm like, how is it a test when like you already was in school? Like to me, like it's weird to say like, okay, this person, I saw they discipline in high school. I saw they discipline in undergrad, but they might not be disciplined enough or be ready to get a master's and move on to the next level. I think that's outrageous. And then now it's like we're looking at it just wasn't needed in the first place. Like it was a way to get more money. Like and it's crazy. Like
standardized tests is just another way to assign numbers to people and like give you your value.
Yeah,
it's so fucked up. I mean, it's fucked up in that terms of like.
And then it's like next year, I feel like next year them bringing it back is out of pocket to me. If you just let people in, they're gonna live their life fine. They're gonna reach higher heights. Yeah. Obviously, those two things wasn't needed.
Only you can determine your own value. You know what I'm saying? Can't no number determine your value. When you look in the mirror, what do you see? You know what I'm saying? Like always be bigger than what you see in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because like I said, at the end of the day, you got to live with yourself. So you might as well put in the work and become a better person. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever it is you got to do. Hustle through the pain. You decide you. Yeah. You decide your own identity. You are you. Be you. Work on you. Be you. Better you.
Damn. That's great. I think that's a perfect note to end on. Yeah, that's real. That was great. That was real. Thanks. Yeah. People are gonna get a lot of value out of this one, I think.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for being on.
Hey.
This is great.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Tell the audience where they could find you at.
You can find me on Instagram at Alan Carter Music. You can find me on Twitter at Allen X Carter, ALLENCARTER. You can stream me on Spotify. Subscribe to my YouTube page. Check out my new music video, Focus Up.
Check it out.
Hey, and just, remember.
Did you edit that one?
No, my homie Jared did.
I'm done after that
videos.
one.
I'm done with videos. Hey, be a better you. You know what I'm saying? Self-improvement is key.
For sure.
Yeah.
HTP, hustle through the pain.
Yeah. Go check it out. Go check him out, everyone. Thank you all for listening and watching. It's your boy, Chef T.
I'm Will the Spacekid.
I'm Allen Carter.
And see you next week. Keep it real, y'all. Thank you all for listening and joining us on another episode of the Stirfry. All the music was created by Steve Ozell. Check him out on all stream services at Stevo Music, spelled ST3V30 Music. Also, if you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe and leave a review. We'd greatly appreciate it. And see you next Tuesday when we talk with Richard Starr. He's the director of the Boys and Girls Club of Cleveland and the youth advocate. It was amazing to hear his story and all that he's been through and to see how he's given back to the youth of his community. It was a really inspiring episode, so you won't want to miss it. So see you next week, y'all.